Hi, my name is Nate DeLadurantey. I'm an attorney here in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Thanks for watching this video. What I'm going to do is walk you through the process on how to deal with concerns related to issues or defects or problems that have come up after you've purchased a used vehicle from a Wisconsin motor vehicle dealer. Again, that's the criteria. You're in Wisconsin, or you purchased from a Wisconsin-based dealership, not from a private individual. What I'm going to do is walk you through the process on some different issues. Now, if you fall into one of these two special circumstances, frame damage or an odometer rollback, again, just these two, frame damage or odometer rollbacks, there'll be a link down in the description of this video that'll take you to a separate one that'll give you some more details. For everyone else, hang in there. We're going to go and talk about your situation. In Wisconsin, when a dealership goes to sell a vehicle, they have to do an inspection. Now, this inspection is a visual inspection. They don't have to tear the car apart. They don't have to take off covers. This is stuff that they can see from the outside. And they have to go through and provide detailed responses to all of these questions here on this form. It's called the Wisconsin Buyer's Guide. Typically posted in the window. You definitely should have signed and received a copy of this. This is a key piece of information because sometimes it does happen. People have a concern about their car. And when we go and look at the Wisconsin Buyer's Guide, those defects were disclosed. And I get it. Things come up. It's a stressful process buying a vehicle and maybe you didn't see it. But here's where you want to start in looking at these issues to see whether or not it was disclosed. We sometimes see this issue where people purchase what's called a branded title. In other words, a previous salvage or other damaged vehicle. That would also be disclosed on here. And unfortunately, some folks end up buying those vehicles and aren't aware of it. But you've got your inspection. That's the process. Here's the form that they fill out. So what happens if you have something come up? Your first step, and I'm going to walk you through this, is to contact the dealer to attempt resolution. And here's why. Good dealerships, if they've made a mistake, will try to make it right. But let's say that doesn't play out. Let's say it doesn't work. Your next step is to file a complaint with the Department of Transportation. You can find that link both on my website and it will be in the description below this video as well. Fill that out. They'll ask you for any of the information or documentation that you have. From there, you'll work with the inspector assigned to your particular case. They may ask you for more information or other details. Be nice to them, get them what they need because they're going to be doing the same with the dealership and conducting their investigation. Now, they're not a judge, they're not a jury. They will attempt, if there is a problem, to negotiate a resolution. That may be repairing the vehicle, buying it back, giving you a credit. So think about what you want there and be reasonable, right? This is a process by which you try to get this resolved so there doesn't need to be long, expensive litigation. So your options, DOT is done, they come back to you and they say, here's an offer from the dealership. You can accept it, you can reject it, or you can look at the third option, which is litigation. I want to take a minute to talk about what litigation is. It is very long, it can be very expensive, and it can be very uncertain. The dealership may go out of business, they may decide to fight for forever. There may be very high out-of-pocket costs for expert witnesses to pursue those cases. So make sure you're looking at those offers from the dealership with a reasonable eye. Let's say you get to the end, you've followed that process, you've given them all the documents, you've been patient, and the dealership says, no, we're not going to do anything. I am happy to look through the results of that DOT investigation. They're going to get you information and records. You can send that to my office. I can take a look at it and see if there's anything further that we can do from there. We can schedule a time to talk about it if there's something that we can move forward with. I'd ask that you follow this process, go through it. We get lots of calls from people facing these issues. Going through this process will make sure that we have the information we need. You follow the process that we need you to follow and hopefully resolves all of this so that you can get a good outcome and move on with life. Thanks and take care.